Welcome to our channel Timeless Foodies, and today I am here to share a very tasty and a sweet recipe, that is caramel cake. You can see how soft it is. So stay tuned in to the end of this video to know how to make this sweet recipe caramel cake. So let's dive into this method. So firstly we will ready the baking tin. So you can see this is the baking tin I have taken. I have put ghee. You can put ghee, butter or oil, a little quantity of it, and then we have to brush it using, you can use your brush if you have one, or you can use with your hand. You can brush it all the sides. So first we'll ready the baking tin and keep it aside, and then we'll start with the dry ingredients of the cake, how to make the cake. So I am using this brush, just coat the entire sides of the baking tin very well. So this is done. So once we are done with it, what we will do is, if you have a butter paper, you can use that as well. You can put the butter paper and then on it you can apply the ghee, and then you can coat the sides of the baking tray. Usually I don't use baking butter paper, so that's the reason I am not showing you that. So after I have coated it nicely all the sides, I will just sprinkle all purpose flour. So just sprinkle, and then we will, the same way, we'll just hold this baking tin and see that this spreads all across. So this way you can do, this way, this is the way. Just shake it, and then you can put more of the all purpose flour and coat all the sides of the baking tray. See, so this is ready. You can see how I have coated all the sides. Okay, so we'll keep this aside and we'll start with the cake batter. So for the cake mix, first we'll start with the dry ingredients. You can already see I have taken a large bowl, so I'll be using only one single bowl. Otherwise, if you don't have such a big bowl, just use two small size of big bowls separately. One is for dry ingredients and the other one is for the wet ingredients. So however, I'm using a large bowl. So for this cake, for this recipe, we need 2 cups of all purpose flour, that is maida. You can see I've already put 1 cup over here, you can see that, and I'll put another cup. So this is the glass or measurement that I am taking for this cake. So in grams wise, it is 125 grams of maida, all purpose flour. So to this we'll be adding half teaspoon of baking soda. There goes. And secondly, we'll be adding 1.5 cup of baking powder. So this is 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. So once we have put that, we will sift it so that we don't have any lumps in that, or granules you can say. So that is the reason we are using this to sift it. See, you can see there are granules. So we'll just press it. Okay, so now this is done. So this is the dry ingredient. So to this I have made a center, you can see over here. So we'll be adding, so I'm using 3 eggs for this. So firstly we'll put the egg white. You can see I have put the yolks aside. Okay, so we'll drop it, and then using a hand mixer or a whisk if you have, we have to beat the eggs until it is nice white, comes into white color, and it is nice and frothy. So in medium speed for at least 4 to 5 minutes we have to whisk this white part of the eggs until it is nice and frothy, and then we will add the yolks. So we are done with the egg white. Now we'll add the yolk part, and that same thing for 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes we have to whisk it until it is nice and frothy. So now we are done with whisking the egg white and egg yolks. Now is the time that we'll be adding sugar. So for the 2 cups of all purpose flour, I am using 1.5 cup of sugar, which I have already grinded. So now this is the powdered sugar that will be adding to this batter. Again in medium speed for 2 to 3 minutes we have to mix the egg white, yolk and the sugar. Now we are done with whisking or mixing the sugar and the rest of the wet ingredients, and the other part is that for this cake batter we'll be using 1 cup of oil. So if you have to go in grams, you can say 125 grams of oil. So just mix this well. Now we're done with mixing, so we'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to this. So we have put 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and using cut and fold method, we will just mix it all well. Now to this we can add 1/4 cup of milk or also water, depends upon your choice, just to get the flowy consistency of the cake batter. So I am using hot water for this and not milk. So friends, the cake mix is ready. We have also made the baking tray ready at the beginning itself. So the water that I have added is 1/4 cup of boiled water. Don't add immediately or entirely at the same time. Little by little we have to add, because this is the consistency we want. We don't want it to be more flowy than this. If we add more water, then what will happen is the batter will come very hard and it will not come well. Okay, so be a little careful with that. I'll also include all this information in description box, so do check this out, and while reading it, do make the cake. So now we'll put this batter in the cake tin. So here we are with the batter in the cake tin. So just tap it this way to remove the air bubbles, and then we will bake this cake mix in microwave in 200 degrees for 53 minutes. So let's now bake. So for the caramel sauce, I have taken 100 grams of granuled white sugar. You can see this. So we have to heat this up. So switch on the gas stove, and we have to stir it until it is nice and brown. So this is half cup. You can say it is 100 grams in terms of measurement. So keep stirring it. So whenever you are making the sauce, put in low heat and keep on stirring it so that it does not burn, otherwise it will get a bitter taste. Now you can see the sugar is slowly melting and also has become light brown, very light, not much dark. At this point of time, what we have to do is add 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay, so we just have to stir it and mix it, and continue stirring it until you get the caramel sauce, which is nice and golden in color. Keep stirring it, don't stop, though we are using a non-stick kadai over here, but still we have to keep on stirring until we get the nice golden color. While we are stirring it, we'll add 2 to 3 teaspoons of full cream milk to it. So I've added 2 to 3 teaspoons of full cream milk, and it has melted, you can see. So we'll keep on stirring it till this sugar melts, and even if the sugar does not melt and you have some granules, that's okay. You will get that caramelized texture on the topping, the cake topping, and it really tastes good when we have that caramelized or crunchiness on the top of the cake. So that's okay. So keep stirring until we get the nice and golden brown color. You can see the caramel sauce is ready. I've switched off the gas stove. So whenever you're making a sauce, make it ensure that you have that flowy consistency here as well. We don't want it to make it thick. So whenever we are making this caramel sauce, we find that it is thickening and we are not getting the desired color. You can add few more teaspoons of thick milk. Okay, so that's what I have done. I have added 2 more teaspoons of milk, and you can see that this is how the sauce is looking like. This is how we need. We don't want it to be too thick, we don't want it to be too flowy, because this is a topping that which has to stay on the top of the cake, so we don't want it to be extra flowy. So we'll let it cool down, and then when the cake is ready, we'll put it on the cake topping. And now the cake is ready, you can see. So we can check this by using a toothpick, and it should come out clean. This is my son doing it. He can't stand the tempting cake. The cake is so tempting, right? So see, the toothpick has come out clean, so the cake is ready. So we'll let it cool before we add the caramel sauce on the topping. So what happened is the caramel sauce became little hardened. What I did is I just warmed it up. So whenever your sauce becomes little hardened, just warm it up and add a little bit of warm milk. That should be sufficient to get this consistency. So now to this I'll be adding crushed nuts. So what I have done is I've just taken a fistful of almond and cashew nut together and crushed it. You can see it. So we'll mix this with the caramel and put it on the top of the cake. So just mix it. So I will just make a little bit of holes here and there. If you want to put the topping, the caramel sauce on the entire cake, you can do that. And why I'm making these holes is because I want the sauce to go inside a little. Okay, so you can just make a little bit of big holes. See, this way, you can see. So we'll just make the holes, a little big holes, wherever you want it to go. In the center, you already have it has cracked a little, so that's okay. So we'll just make a little bit of holes. And now then we'll be adding the sauce on the topping and leave it for cooling. So this is how I will do it. So I've taken a spoonful and on this way I will put on the top of the cake. Wherever you want, you can put it on the top of the cake. So we don't want it to be very flowy because this will drip, so we don't want that. So this, when it's cooled, it becomes a little hardened, so you will have the crystallized taste on the topping. So that's okay. So that is the way this recipe is. It's an extremely tasty, and all the cake lovers and all those people, those who love sweets, they would just love it because it's very sweet actually. So let's put on the top wherever you like, and we'll let it to cool. Hello friends, see this, now the caramel cake is ready. And if you do like this recipe, do hit the like button and do comment, because it does give us encouragement to make more recipes, share more recipes with you. And if you are new to this channel, do hit the like button, do the bell notification and all the bell icon, the all button, so that you get all the notifications whenever we make a new recipe. So thanks for watching friends. Take care of yourself. God bless. See you in the next video. Bye bye.